Local SEO is not just about ranking in the local pack anymore. Today, I'll show you what it really takes to rank in AI search platforms like ChatGPT, Google, AI Mode, and Perplexity. Let's begin with step number one, which is to figure out who you're really competing with in AI search. So number one, pick your seed keyword. Start simple. Pick a seed keyword phrase like personal injury lawyer, Chesterfield, Missouri. Then just plug it into traditional Google search and look at which types of pages are ranking. That seed phrase is your starting point for AI. Number two, convert it to natural language. Open Rankability's free AI search query generator, then paste in your seed keyword and it'll generate a few natural language prompts like who are the best personal injury lawyers in Chesterfield, Missouri. Then just pick one and move on to step number three, which is to run the query across AI platforms. Take your prompt and run it through Google AI Mode, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, and Claude. Then you're going to collect two things from each platform: the citations and the brands within the AI answer. Number four, set up your tracking sheet. Create a new Google Sheet and add two tabs, citations and answers. This is where you'll store everything you pull from the AI platforms. Number five, use the bookmarklet to grab citations. Under this video, I've provided a bookmarklet. Make a copy of the code and paste it into a new bookmark in Chrome. Open one of the AI chats, expand the citations or sources that the AI shows, and click the bookmarklet. It'll copy all of the citation URLs. Then paste those URLs into the citations tab in your sheet and repeat this for every platform, so you'll end up with one big list of URLs that AI products are using as sources. And now number six is extract the brands and positions from answers. Copy the full AI answer from one of the platforms, open your preferred AI tool and use a prompt like extract only the brand or firm names mentioned in this answer and list them in order of appearance in a table. Then take this list of brands and paste it into the answers tab and make sure you have columns for brand name, position in the answer, and AI platform. Repeat this process for every platform so you have a complete view of which brands are being recommended, where, and in what position. If you feel like you don't have enough data, just repeat the process with a different seed keyword. Moving on to number seven, which is identify your top three AI competitors. So once you have your citations and answers filled out, you can analyze the data. Here are two quick moves. First, find your top three competitors. Just ask ChatGPT or your preferred AI tool to count how often each brand appears in the answer tab across all platforms. And the brands that show up the most and in the best positions are your true AI competitors. Second, find the top sources of retrieval. Do the same thing with the citations tab. Count how often each domain appears. In our example, 40% of citations came from directories while 60% came from actual law firms in Chesterfield. And that brings me to local SEO step number two, optimize your Google business profile. This is the foundation of your local presence, and in our data, better performance in the local pack lined up very well with better visibility in Google AI Mode. Plus, Google is by far the most popular search platform for local queries. So optimizing your Google business profile is actually very easy. First, nail the fundamentals by having an address in the city that you're trying to rank. Pick the correct category. When in doubt, look at your top ranking competitors. For example, you can see that personal injury attorney is the primary category for our example. Create a standard description that properly describes what the business does. This is critical because of entity optimization. To keep it simple, the AI doesn't read. It extracts entities, which are people, places, organizations, or things, to understand associations. For example, if you see a sentence like John Doe is a top personal injury lawyer in Chesterfield, Missouri that specializes in slip and fall accidents, John Doe, personal injury lawyer, Chesterfield, Missouri, and slip and fall accidents are the entities. This matters because if you improperly describe what you do, you'll get poor performance in traditional search and AI platforms. So create a standard business description that you'll use across all platforms. And at the same time, use a consistent business name, address, phone number, and website across all listings. The truth is, ambiguity is the enemy of search visibility. Second, become obsessed with review generation. If you need inspiration, look at how many reviews Four Seasons Heating and Cooling has. I could dedicate an entire video to this, but the best thing you can do is build a review generation culture at your business. You can't incentivize customers to leave reviews, but you can create competitions among your employees and offer bonuses to whoever scores the most 5-star reviews in a month. Lastly, make it stupidly simple for a customer to leave reviews. Google gives you a review link that you can copy and send to customers, and you can easily create a QR code for your review link inside of Canva. So here's a quick recap. Your Google business profile and local pack presence influence how visible you are in Google AI mode and Google Gemini. For example, Roach Law ranks #1 in Google's local pack and is a top 3 recommended firm in Google AI mode and Google Gemini. Your Google business profile performance is not the only factor, but it's probably the strongest one for visibility in Google's AI products. But now this is where things get interesting in local SEO. You can dominate Google's local pack, but it won't often translate to visibility in ChatGPT or other AI chat platforms. An example is Dizer Law Firm, who is recommended by Google AI mode, but was completely invisible in ChatGPT answers. Which brings me to the next critical step, which is to build and optimize your directory footprint. The good news is that you already did the hard work in step 1. Look at your citations tab and sort or tally by domain. The domains that show up the most are your must-win directories. For legal, it's usually sites like Super Lawyers, Avo, Justia, and a couple of niche local sites. These are the sites that AI products keep going back to for consensus. But here's the key. Don't just sign up, but execute SEO best practices on these platforms to try to actually rank your profile. Look at how this law firm's profile is perfectly optimized for the target city. They're building reviews and the profile is descriptive. If you want to take this to the next level, run your target keyword through rankability and write your profile description based on the topic recommendations. Then repeat this with a unique description for every profile or asset you're trying to rank. And then after that, focus 80% of your review generation efforts on Google and the other 20% on driving reviews on the most critical platforms. This will create review diversity and consensus that nearly guarantees visibility on the AI platforms. Now for pillar number 4, which is good old traditional SEO. So even in an AI world, ranking in classic organic search is one of the strongest ways to influence AI answers whenever retrieval is used. In our study, about 60% of retrieval sources came from the actual businesses competing for the query. In fact, all 5 of the law firms that had the best visibility in AI were also ranking in the top 8 in Google's traditional search results for personal injury lawyer in Chesterfield, Missouri. So my YouTube channel is full of free videos about how to rank #1 in Google, but here's a brief overview of the core pillars of traditional SEO. Pillar number 1 is content. So start with commercial pages that sell your services first. For a law firm, that means pages that target different categories of personal injury like car accidents, medical malpractice, and slip and fall, plus your target city. Just plug your target keyword phrase and existing page into rankability and see how relevant your page is to the query. Remember when I talked about entity optimization earlier? Well, rankability makes this process 100 times easier because it shows you the entities you need to cover. And these entities come from extracting the top ranking Google competitors for your target keyword. So the better you cover these relevant entities on your page, the more search engines and AI platforms will understand it. So to keep it simple, clarity and relevance is a precursor to rankings. Don't make the AI work hard. And here's an example of what a perfectly optimized asset will look like. Notice that it covers all the critical topics. So once the commercial pages are strong, build supporting content to create localized topical authority. Avoid generic content like what is medical malpractice that every site has already made and AI can easily answer. Instead, create something like the most significant medical malpractice cases in Chesterfield, Missouri in the last 10 years, or Chesterfield car accident statistics and what they mean for injury claims. The goal here is to prove to search engines and AI systems that you're an authority on this topic in your target location. The second pillar of SEO is technical. So just cover the basics like using an HTML-driven website because AI doesn't render JavaScript, and make sure your website is crawlable, indexable, and retrievable by search crawlers and AI platforms. Just use Rankability's free AI search indexability checker to do a quick check. You also want to have a mobile-friendly, responsive website that has an SSL certificate installed, and use internal linking and a strong site architecture so that every page on your website is easily accessible and ideally no more than 3 clicks deep. And lastly, make sure your website is blazing fast. And now for the final, but arguably the most impactful pillar for traditional SEO, backlinks. For local businesses, your best moves are sponsoring or donating to local organizations, getting brand mentions on local news, and scoring links in local business associations or chambers. Just use this prompt in ChatGPT's agent mode to find these opportunities on autopilot. Then expand into PR style opportunities by using platforms like Featured, Haro, and Quoted to provide expert quotes. If you're not the subject matter expert, then a I recommend interviewing the SME, recording it, and transcribing it. Then create a project in ChatGPT and upload this knowledge. Keep adding more context to the project, and then you'll be able to respond to these expert requests in the voice of the client. So this will give you more than enough to work with. But if you're an agency owner and you're ready to turn this into a repeatable system for all of your clients, this is exactly what we do inside of Rankability Academy. Inside the program, I give you proven step-by-step AI SEO systems grounded on what's actually working right now, not theory. Plus, you'll get weekly coaching and access to our private community of some of the top AI SEO experts on the planet right now. So just scan the QR code on screen or click the link below to apply today. Thank you so much for watching.